Let's get this full screen. Get the chat out of here because that's obnoxious. Make sure the volume is up. It is. Here we go. Look at that timing. Look at that timing. We did it. Just in time. I'll go full screen on it for you guys. Here we go. What is this? This is something. It's like Mario Kart World with Splatoon music.
Hola a tothom, sóc en David.
I jo l'Àngel.
Som d'Undercoders, l'estiu independent de Barcelona que hi
What
ha
up,
darrere
hey?
de Densha Attack.
Com heu vist, a Dance Attack viatges en un tren acrobàtic a través d'un Japó futurista i colorit, executant trucs amb estil per aconseguir la millor puntuació mentre lluites contra bosses i alliberes les vies del control d'una megacorporació malvada.
Ens hem inspirat moltíssim a la cultura japonesa i en l'energia dels jocs arcade clàssics per crear un món que es senti expressiu, rebel i molt ràpid.
Avui tenim el plaer d'anunciar un parell de coses molt emocionants. En primer lloc, que Dance Attack sortirà el 17 de juny amb una skin de tren exclusiva per a Nintendo Switch 2.
I en segon lloc, avui més tard, tindreu disponible a la Nintendo eShop una
demo
gratuïta de Densha Attack per a Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
All aboard for the latest indie world. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Thomas. We're excited to showcase another packed lineup of new indies headed to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems.
Forgive me, but I can't wait to introduce this next game coming to Nintendo Switch. Let's take a look.
안녕하세요. 한국게임개발사 드림모션의 이준영입니다.
안녕하세요. 아티스트 최은진입니다.
안녕하세요. 프로그래머 류성중입니다.
마이리를 퍼피는 실제로 제가 입양해 키웠던 강아지 봉구와 함께했던 이야기에 꿈과 소망을 더해 만든 게임입니다. 가장 개인적인 것이 가장 창의적인 것이다 라는 말처럼 마이리를 퍼피가 만남과 이별 그리고 재회에 관한 우리 모두의 이야기로 여러분들의 마음속에 남게 되면 좋겠습니다.
게임 속 귀여운 강아지들은 팀의 모든 아티스트들이 쏟아부은 놀라운 노력의 결과물입니다.
마이리를 퍼피가 강아지를 좋아하는 세상 모든 분들의 마음속에 감동으로 기억되는 작품이 되면 좋겠습니다.
감사합니다.
There's an old saying that when you depart from this world, the dog who went ahead will warmly welcome you.
A heartwarming hope
What
at the
is
core
this
of the wonderfully
depressing?
wholesome
What?
My Little Puppy, a new adventure inspired by the director's own Welsh Corgi.
Play as Bongu, a rescued dog and bestest boy who, after a simple yet joyful life, crosses the rainbow bridge to doggy heaven.
After what seems like an eternity, Bongu awakes from a nap to a familiar scent, his daddy.
Embark on a journey to meet Bongu's dad, an expedition out of doggy heaven and into the afterlife that may hold unexpected dangers.
Just as Bongu's dad once rescued him, it's his turn to return the favor in My Little Puppy, bounding its way onto Nintendo Switch May 29th.
Next up, let's take a look at some indies headed for Nintendo Switch 2, including some also headed to Nintendo Switch.
I'm so excited.
They're going through these pretty quick, which is good.
Heave!
Yes!
Oh!
Yo, please have online.
Heave!
Please have
Oh,
online.
two!
Introducing the high-flying follow-up to the ultimate friend-flinging party game.
Grab hands, arms, or even heads to form chains of up to 4 players, then grapple and swing to reach the goal, avoiding lethal hazards and the deadly void below.
Guys, this is one of the best
Each
indies
player
on
needs
Switch.
to grab and release at just the right moment to form chains. If anyone loses their grip, it can send the whole group to their doom.
There are 8 themed worlds to explore, thrilling exotic locations like a medieval land, a space station, and of course, a kitchen.
In each one, play with brand new mechanics like rocket navigation, coordinated cookery, and plenty of other surprises.
This is the third game, Joey.
Swing into action with local 4-player co-op or online multiplayer.
Yes.
A franchise first. Plus,
Yes.
game share is supported, so if one player has the game, they can share it locally or online with up to 3 other players.
Yo, you guys,
Get ready
this is a
to
must
get
buy.
a grip in Heave-Ho 2, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch this summer.
Yo, the direct is awesome. It's an A right there.
At the end of the day, there's nothing like closing up shop, throwing on some comfy clothes, and
Dungeon diving for wondrous relics?
I was going to say having a nice hot cup of cocoa, but that works too.
In Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, continue your double life as a crafty merchant by day and a fearless adventurer by night.
Will is back in business after an interdimensional collector seizes control of their beloved village and dungeons. Will and the other townsfolk are forced to find a new home.
Now, settled in the town of Tresna, it's up to you to set up a new shop and grow it into the thriving heart of the village's prosperity.
Dive into vibrant dimensions brimming with shiny loot and pesky enemies. Then vanquish them using an extensive combat system with different weapon types and flashy combos.
Don't forget your trusty backpack. It's your best friend while collecting loot, so make sure to carefully arrange your treasure to maximize your profits.
Trust your instincts to plot clever routes through your dungeon runs. The further you delve, the greater the rewards. How far will you dare to go?
After each escapade, put your hard-earned treasure on sale. That's where your shop owner charm will shine. Grow and decorate your shop, get to know your customers, and set your prices to score the perfect deal.
Go from castaway to friendly neighbor and find a new home among the stranded. In Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, opening up shop on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this year.
Hello.
Привет.
We're the team behind Widow. Do you remember a time when your backyard and neighborhood streets felt like the entire world?
Хоть мы и выросли в разных местах, нас объединяет одно общее чувство.
Это Фокси, сердце нашей истории, и она так-то собрала нас вместе.
Denn auch wenn wir erwachsen sind, ist diese Magie aus unserer Kindheit nie verschwunden.
So from all of us here, we hope you enjoy the game. Thanks.
Wouldn't it be
Curious.
nice just to slow down and get back to when things were simpler?
Looks cozy.
It sure would.
Well, in Woodo, you do just that. In this cozy diorama puzzle game, you assemble wooden scenes piece by piece, like a 3D coloring book.
As you place
Yo,
objects
it's
in
like,
their correct spots,
it's
each
like
scene
highlights.
slowly fills with color and comes to life, revealing charming animations and delightful surprises.
Follow the story of Foxy the Fox and Ben the Frog through a series of interconnected dioramas, each capturing a unique moment from their shared adventure.
The game adapts to your pace, while the narrator's voice keeps you company. Plus, plenty of funny characters and silly emotes are sure to put a smile on your face.
And mouse controls are also supported on Nintendo Switch 2. Settle into a world that comes together one piece at a time in Woodo, slotting onto the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems this summer.
It's almost like Lego.
The Unchosen has returned. Your village has been captured. All your friends and family are trapped in corrupted crystal, and it's all up to you to save them.
Shoot! That sounds like an adventure.
A mini-shoot adventure. Take control of a swift and responsive spaceship as you blast your way through this modern, twin-stick shooting twist on the classic 8-bit adventure formula.
Overcome bosses in intense bullet-filled battles by finding primordial powers that
Yo, this
soup
looks
up
pretty
your
good.
combat abilities.
You can also upgrade your ship by leveling up, finding various items, and buying equipment.
Don't forget to rescue your adorable friends. They'll all help you in their own special way.
The primordial powers will also unlock exploration abilities that open up the map bit by bit, unraveling a beautiful world to discover at your own pace.
Explore lush caverns, ancient temples, and sunken cities, each environment full of its own unique treasures, challenges, and secrets.
Take on the Unchosen in Mini-Shoot Adventures, flying onto the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems later today.
Oh, that's cool.
What is the dark? Is it
Oh,
ugly?
these graphics.
Is it a place for
It's
monstrosity?
like Nightmare Before Christmas.
For fools lost in the woods? A terrible void where all your nightmares come true.
I don't think I've played Moonlighter. It looks a lot... It kind of reminds me of Bastion.
And I'm Jambel, and we're devs on the team making Rotwood here at Clay Entertainment in Vancouver, Canada. We grew up playing games shoulder to shoulder with friends. Inspired by the moment-to-moment strategy of fighting games and the big bosses of RPGs, Rotwood was developed to recapture the spirit of those good times.
We wanted progress to feel like it comes not just from new gear, but from you, the player, actually improving, so that each hunt you learn something new that inspires ideas for your next run. We've poured ourselves into Rotwood, and we hope you enjoy it.
A lot of times,
Chaos
Joey, when they
rules.
release
And
something
big old
new,
corrupted beasts
the
drool
old one
in.
will go on sale.
Rotwood, a brand new side-scrolling brawler from the studio behind the Don't Starve series.
Your home's
Oh,
been
this looks
overrun
like,
by some
looks like Castle
hyped-up
Crashers.
hostiles, so it's time to take up arms and dive into the fray.
Master a diverse combat system that rewards those who sharpen their skills. Want to get up close and crush some enemies? Wield a hammer.
Want to be a Deadeye that snipes baddies from afar? Take aim with a bow.
Practice and perfect combo attacks for each weapon type to reach your destructive potential.
Experiment with
This
gear
looks
combos
really
to
good,
refine your
honestly.
build.
This looks
Earn
really
epic
good.
loot through victories. Then use it to face ever-increasing challenges.
And you'll need all the help you can get. Boss fights are not just a test of strength, but of wits. Study attack patterns carefully to find their weakness, and use well-placed strikes to hit them where it hurts.
A little extra muscle always helps too. Grab up to 3 of your friends either locally or online, and face the rots together.
Choose your weapon and get ready to take on the frenzied foes of Rotwood, hacking and slashing its way onto the Nintendo Switch 2 system as a console exclusive later today.
Oh, nice.
Most of the time, I'm wondering if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing to have the optimal teenage experience.
The teenage experience is unobtainable.
Because you know the perfect song for every moment. What song would be playing now?
I don't think it's been written yet.
Very interesting.
It's time to shine the spotlight on this brand new action RPG from the makers of Guacamelee and Nobody Saves the World.
Ooh.
In Blighted, the evil Sorcisto has consumed your village and infected the world with a deadly blight.
You are the lone survivor of Sorcisto's rampage, fighting to reclaim the memories of your people before you succumb.
But that same power can also be turned to your advantage. As you progress through this psychedelic western landscape, you'll accumulate blight by defeating enemies. The higher your blight, the fiercer enemies become, making combat harder, but also more rewarding.
Combat is nuanced and deadly for players of any level. Carefully time your attacks to weave through enemies, chain together combos, and perform powerful finishers to defeat punishing bosses.
Uncover dark mysteries as you explore this surreal and vibrant world, backed by a haunting original score.
Upgrade your hero at checkpoints, or by talking to key characters on your journey. And if you need a helping hand, a friend can drop in via local or online multiplayer for some 2-player co-op action.
That's cool.
Harness the power of blight and unravel the mysteries of a twisted world in Blighted, creeping its way onto the Nintendo Switch 2 system this fall.
Hi, I'm Justin from Prophecy Games in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, I'm Jess.
And I'm Scott. We love the feeling of progression you get in roguelikes, and we were inspired to create an FPS roguelike in our favorite genre,
Ooh, interesting.
sci-fi.
Sci-fi lets us imagine futures just out of reach, and in Dead Zone Rogue, everyone pulls you deeper into that world, starting when you awaken on a mysterious ship.
We've worked hard to craft rich, immersive atmospheres, unique enemies, and snappy gunplay that leaves a lasting impact.
We hope you enjoy playing Dead Zone Rogue as much as we do.
A spaceship overrun with biomechanical creatures, an arsenal of modifiable weapons, and a mysterious origin to uncover. That's what awaits in Dead Zone Rogue, a new sci-fi shooter that combines tight, satisfying gunplay with strategic progression.
Select missions and squad up with friends, or fight solo through a
So
series
much
of
online
challenging
multiplayer,
rooms
like,
with
that's
support
so
for mouse
great.
controls using the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Gain perks and permanent upgrades by defeating enemies and bosses in high-intensity loops.
With hundreds of builds and a variety of foes, each run feels epic and unique.
All of this is backed by a rip-roaring original soundtrack.
Let's go. Yo, this has been a
revive,
solid direct.
adapt, repeat in Dead Zone Rogue, emerging from the void on the Nintendo Switch 2 system, March 17th.
2 weeks.
Before we go, let's check out some more exciting indie games heading to Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
Little sizzle reel. At least the mouse controls are getting used. I love it.
That's all for today's. Thomas, are you taking notes?
I have to. It might be a clue.
A clue for what?
The last game.
Welcome
one more.
to Mount Holly, the mysterious manor with locked doors and 45 shifting rooms.
In Blueprints, you embark on a first-person, genre-bending journey filled with a unique mix of mystery, strategy, and puzzles that weave together to create an unpredictable experience.
The mansion resets every day, and every doorway becomes a choice. So, manage your resources carefully to further your discoveries and get closer to finding the fabled Room 46.
Use mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controller to probe and poke at the manor's secrets, unraveling mysteries by discovering letters, diaries, and other revealing materials.
Take notes and draft your own adventure in Blueprints, available on the Nintendo Switch 2 system later today.
Wow, a lot of
Now that
games
we've
coming out
solved
today.
that mystery, that's really all for today's Indie World. We hope you enjoyed the games in today's showcase.
A big thank you, as always, to our indie community and partners for bringing their craft, adventures, and imaginations to players on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
Follow our official Indie World account to stay up to date on all the latest news from Indie World.
Until next time,
Happy gaming!
Yo, that was solid, you guys. That was very solid. Okay, let's see. Let me get to the start. We'll back it up a little bit. Mute it. I'm going to hit the intro. We're going to chat about this. Here we go. Welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh. We are live. We just got done watching the Indie World Showcase. It was about, 17 minutes or so, give or take. And it seemed packed with some great games. Like, if I was going to give this one a grade, it's going to be a B+ to an A- for me. And I was saying on last night's show that I'm like, look, if there's even just like one game for me, there's plenty of games that kind of have me intrigued. The one we're looking at right now is like Denshin Attack or something along those lines. You're like grinding as a school bus, like on rails and flying around in drones. It's like, and it like has Splatoon music, is what it seemed like. So I'm definitely intrigued by this one. Not quite sure that it's completely up my alley, but it is intriguing, no question. But one of my all-time favorite indies on Nintendo Switch is getting a sequel, and one of the biggest things that I have said all along when it comes to indies, and especially some of my favorites, is we need online play. And online play was on display during this indie showcase. Like, so many of these games have an online component to them, and that's huge. So the game that's getting the sequel that I'm super, super stoked about is Heave Ho 2. Now, I was introduced to this game by Andre from Game Explain, and it was only local multiplayer. Every person that I have introduced this game to has laughed so hard. In fact, I sent a text to Jasmine saying it's coming out, and she's like, "Oh my god, we get to play this with with our friend Jess." And she's like, I'm literally going to pee myself from laughing so hard because that is what that game does. It's literally its only flaw was the lack of online. When the crew from NPC got together, that was one of the ones that we couldn't put down. We were just like, literally everybody's just laughing and having a great time. I immediately text my daughters. I'm like, Heave Ho 2 is coming out this summer with online. Like, it it it's the game of the show for me because I'm telling you guys, it is so worth playing. Like, so worth playing. It's so well done. It you just have to move between. You got to get to the goal together by forming these kind of like and it's not necessarily a human chain because you're just a ball with arms, and each trigger controls your grip. So you've got to make sure that you know which hand is which and that you're hanging on, you're not letting go, and swinging to the right objective. And so I cannot wait. Next up on the screen here, if you're watching, is My Little Puppy, which is like you're basically playing as a dead dog, which is a little bit depressing, but um, the art style of it looks really cool. And I would kind of say that the overall the overall theme of the uh of this show is like graphics were kind of on display. Like, I feel like a lot of the graphics looked really good too. So between online and some of these games just looking gorgeous, um I think they knocked it out of the park with this. I really do. You're seeing Heave Ho right now. I'm seeing questions in the chat. Is this the Indie World Direct? Yes, it just got over, so we're just kind of chatting about it. But yeah, as you can see on screen right now, like, it probably looks a bit like Chaos, and it's one of those things I didn't even know the game existed until until it was introduced to me, and and I don't even know if it's one that I would have like necessarily even tried. But the moment I played it, I was completely hooked. It's one of those indies that you're like, this is just so well made. And it looks like they're kinda taking everything to the next level with the sequel. Looks like their arms are kinda stretched out and maybe a little bit longer. It looks like there's some lasers involved. The deaths in this game are also super hilarious, and, they they give some, uh like, it looks like they're gonna be given some funny objectives and whatnot. So, um, the show so I'm getting some questions from chat. I missed the indie show. Anything good? Yes. Yeah, you just saw on screen Heave Ho. That's the game I'm saying everybody should pick up this summer. It is an absolute must play. It's gonna have online multiplayer. It's all about playing with friends. Like, it is the quintessential get in Discord and play with 3 friends. In fact, share it, like, share your screen on Discord and, let other people join in and just laugh because it is seriously, uh, just incredible. incredible, and you will laugh, I guarantee it. So, right now we're seeing, I believe it's Moonlighter 2. I haven't played the first one, but it does kinda have that Zelda, kind of a like a Link to the Past kinda look to it and vibe, and so, also some RPG elements, and if I remember correctly, the first game was received pretty well from what I can remember. So this is probably a pretty exciting one for a lot of people. The first one wasn't on my radar all that much. I did not, I I I don't even know if I played it, but just looking at the gameplay of this one a little closer, like, it really is given some classic Zelda vibes, so probably really good. Um, you saw Midnight Walk got announced, great horror game. Oh, yeah. Yep, there you go. Uh, this next one that they're showing right now, Widow, it honestly, like, I immediately said highlights magazine. Now you gotta be I'm obviously, uh, my age is showing a bit, but these were the magazines that were all over the doctor's office, and my I think my grandma got a subscription for me, and the best thing about them is you'd look at the cover and you'd look at the back, and you would try to see what was different, what was missing. This is like a cozy puzzle game where you're kind of just building the world with the different parts that they're giving you. So you gotta see where they go and then drop it in place, and they kinda animate. And, it it really kinda makes me think that a Lego game like this, where you literally just built Lego sets in a 3D space, could potentially work. Like, this looks very cozy, it looks very relaxing, and, I honestly kinda dig it. I dig it. Like, it's not gonna be for everybody, of course, but it just seems like one of those games that you could really chill out with. So, that's coming out later this summer, and, yeah, even me M Meowermole, in chat says, "I love how this looks." So, agreed. The one they're showing right now, I can't remember, Mini Shoot Adventures, like, it's a twin stick shooter, which I'm a huge fan of. They mentioned, like, a 8-bit adventure, style of game. It it looks like classic and modern at the same time. I kinda dig the art style. I believe this one is out today, so if you wanna check it out, it is available, and, it looks really solid to me. Looks really solid. Like, this overall, like I've said all along, this show was it was good. It was good. Like, there's gonna be plenty to play on the Switch too, and, 'cause then the other thing, a number of these games that they announced today or announced on the show are out today, which I think is, fantastic. So, Mini Shoot Adventures out today. This is the let's see, this is the one, the Midnight Walk that, Meowermole has mentioned is a great horror game, so it looks like the art style looks really cool. Uh And it but very creepy. I'm also kinda digging, like, they show, like, a giant match being lit on a box, and this is just kinda giving that, like, that Nightmare Before Christmas kinda Coraline art style, but it's also like a first person, which is, not something that you typically see. So, the second quest says, "I'm all over this twisted art style, has a Nightmare Before Christmas vibe. The creatures, at the end had me cracking up." Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Um, Skipper says, "Why does the Blueprint game sound familiar?" I'd have to see, uh, I'll have to wait and see when has that one been shown or is it coming up? I can't remember that one by name. Um, is it's not this one that we're seeing right now, is it? The game that we're seeing right now no, that's Rotwood. Rotwood is like Castle Crashers, which if you guys haven't played, fantastic, has online multiplayer. It was one of my son's favorite games, like, I would see him playing that when he was a kid, Oh, Blueprints was the closer. That's okay, Blueprints. Okay, gotcha. Um, but yeah, this Rotwood game, it it looks like there's some serious depth to it. It has like that classic like beat 'em up style gameplay, but it almost but also it's evolved somewhat, and they keep mentioning, like, rewarding skill. Like, it's not just your typical button masher, but you've really gotta pay attention to the patterns that the bosses are doing and and what's happening on the screen so that you can make that progress. It's got online, which, again, fantastic. Art style, super, super cool, and I'm trying to remember, the date for this is today. It's another one that's out now, so I hope everybody's wallets are ready because it's you got the Resident Evil games just came out, Fallout just came out, Pokopia is on its way out, and then you've got a slew of indie games that dropped today, and another one coming out March 17th with a few others that are later in the year. This one's called Mixtape, and it talks about, like, having the teenage experience or whatever. I'm this one has me very curious. It's kind of giving some, like, Stranger Things vibes, which which is also kinda cool because, like, it reminds me of growing up, you know, which is great. That one's May 7th. Let's see what we got next here. Oh, this is from the team that did Guacamelee. Th these guys, they put out Drinkbox Studio does some great work. This one this one also kinda has, like, that Diablo style to it, like, that kinda three-quarter, um, uh, camera work, you know, and again, online multiplayer, so you get to play through, co-op with a friend. It looks like the combat is pretty solid. The bosses look pretty cool, like, the graphics look great, like, just a lot of good stuff happening here, and, I mean, this one's given some, like, kinda some creepy vibes too, like, the bosses and the world look kinda gross at times, honestly, which I think it's great. Again, so shocked by the fact that we're seeing so many online games, but I mean, that was what we wanted for so long when it came to Switch 1, that a lot of these indies kind of just sat and didn't get as much love as they could have because they didn't have online. So, great to see that. The next game they're showing is Dead Zone Rogue, which I'm not a huge fan of roguelikes. It's just I don't really care for them all that much. This one really piqued my interest because if you played games like Destiny, you'd go through and do the same strikes over and over again, hoping for better loot, going on a harder difficulty, whatever the case is. This seems a bit similar, right? Where you're just going in, doing these levels over, seeing what you're gonna get for upgrades, and the gunplay looks smooth, the graphics look great. You can use mouse controls if you wanna play your first person shooter this way. But again, 4 player, uh, I believe it's 4 player online, so you get to do these runs. That makes this far more appealing to me. Like, if I was just doing this by myself, I don't know that it would be all that appealing, but the fact that, like, you can jump into Discord or jump into just the voice chat and play through and upgrade, and I'm curious, like, is it now, like, we just saw them like, it looks loot based, like, as you're killing things, loot is dropping, which that, you know, that hit the dopamine for me when it came to, like, Destiny. So, if this is, like, you know, just a tiny sliver of Destiny in a roguelike, yo, I am definitely gonna be hooked, no question. So, moving right along here, they go through the sizzle reel. They've got Grave Seasons, which looks kind of like a spooky farming sim. You've got Unrailed 2 back on track, which is like looks like some kind of train builder. And the demo is on Switch later today. They just had a little blurb on that, so if you want to check it out, you can try that today. Toem 2 looks like the date on that one is going to be available this summer, and it's really cool, like black and white art style. And it kind of has like 2D slash 3D platforming elements to it. Um, let's see. In what is it? In Combini, one store, many stories. You're like stocking shelves in a like in a Japanese like grocery store, convenience store, and kind of working the till. Like it's pretty interesting stuff there. Not sure that it's for me, but it may be kind of a like more of a cozy thing. The one we're looking at right now is called Outbound. I just want to check the date on that one. It's coming out April 23rd, and let's see, it looks like it's kind of a again kind of a bit of a cozy building simulator. It looks like you're chopping down trees, building a deck, using your van as like a camper. So there's some cool stuff there. The next one, Ratatan, which looks like it's not a game I'm familiar with, but it looks like some kind of a rhythm style game where you're attacking by hitting your buttons on the rhythm, which which can be fun. And then lastly is Blueprint, which is again like a roguelike. You're going through this mansion, kind of like what was it, like Myst style, where you're just kind of looking for keys and clues and trying to make your way through. It doesn't look like there's much as far as like enemies, and you're just trying to find door 46. So if you're into games like Myst, which I know that's a much older title, but even some of like MEO or Ace Attorney, this could be something that you um that you're into, and it's out today also. So overall, I think the show was fantastic. Like I said, they just showed Heave Ho again. That for me, like that already just set the tone for the show. Is like, yo, I'm super stoked. Very impressed with this. Very impressed. A lot of indie directs, it seems for me recently, I've kind of just been like, you know what, they're okay. There's been a few titles here and there that have maybe piqued my interest a little bit. Uh this one got me. This show got me. It like I said, it's B plus, A minus. A lot of great titles here. A lot of stuff out now, and a lot of online play. Like those are the main things that I'm looking for. Evo 2, absolutely fantastic. Cannot recommend enough. And really, really looking forward to that one. There were a number of demos that were announced for this stuff, you guys. So go and check it out before you open your wallet. Joey was asking me early about Moonlighter. There's a demo. I don't know if it's available for the second game. It may be for the first game. So if you want to check that out and see if it's your cup of tea, you can get a little taste before you try, and see if it's something that you would enjoy. That's going to do it for me today. Thank you guys so much for being amazing. I appreciate you all for being here early. And as always, play it loud.